think we're probably gonna see a lot more of like dungeon meshy style animes in the near future.
Crunchyroll has a lot. I was scrolling through Crunchyroll,
Yeah.
and there was a section that was like titles that are very excited, and it had like 4 exclamation points. And it was all stuff that had
I
6 or
I
7
saw
names.
that. I remember seeing that. I had to scroll through all of them.
Well, let's play this anime RPG, I guess. You guys didn't get eaten by a Hydra.
Yay!
It was
That's a
fucking
big blood
close.
splatter that just appeared. Uh-oh, something's not loading right for me. Hold on. Reload. Ow! Flashbang! Ow! That was awful. Why would you do this to me, game?
How could this happen to you?
I went from like a black screen into the whitest white screen I have ever seen. It hurts. Alright, let me back in here.
Oh god, not Minecraft Forge.
Wrong forge, wrong forge.
Oh, where'd that Pathfinder Gauntlet game go?
Pathfinder Gauntlet game. Oh, you mean
I forgot what it was called.
Abomination Vaults?
Yeah.
I actually just got a update for the Kickstarter.
There's also Galaspire and Dragon's Dogma coming. Not Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Demand, which just passed Kickstarter.
I haven't heard Dragon's Demand. I had Galaspire Survivors, which is okay.
Dragon's Demand is supposed to be a 1-to-1 CRPG. Like, rules-wise.
For Pathfinder 2?
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah. Part of the advertisement, I think, was like, people make RPG video games all the time, and they never stick to the rules. We're gonna.
I don't necessarily think sticking to the rules is... I mean, I think it'll work better in Pathfinder 2 than most other games, but I don't necessarily think that should be a goal.
RPGs have rules.
I think if you make a game advertised as an RPG game and you don't stick to the rules, it's a little disingenuous. I think if you make something in the setting, that's different. But a lot of these advertise themselves as based on, and then they're not.
Well, I mean, in terms of like there were adjustments to the rules in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, but it's still like based on Pathfinder.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like overwhelmingly based on Pathfinder, as opposed to like some games will take super liberties with something.
Super liberty.
Yeah. I don't know. I think like the level of following the rules should be.
I definitely think Baldur's Gate 3 was better for not following 5e D&D straight up, but it also doesn't advertise it as following 5e D&D anymore.
World's oldest role-playing game.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily like. I think Wrath of the Righteous is probably about as close as you should get to following the tabletop rules, because like the tabletop rules are not always going to translate.
Speaking of translating, you're in a library.
There's a bunch of Shadowrun games that work fine. That follow 1-to-1.
Like on SNES?
No. Like on Steam right now.
Yeah, I should play through those. I have like Shadowrun Hong Kong, but so I don't know Shadowrun rules well enough to know if it's a like 1-to-1.
So we've done the tower and the library, right? Well, I guess we haven't done the library yet.
Not done the library.
Yeah.
We've got to roll the library, and is anybody else stuck in nothing but darkness?
I mean, my part in the library is over.
Okay, you slew the Hydra, and have yet to recover and begin investigating the site.
I want to recover.
Please feel free to recuperate.
I have failed. I shall continue, because I can.
Hold on a second. We're going to do this thing really quick where I go...
Oh, oops. Why does it ever default to crafting? That was sad.
Man, I should have stayed up late last night and done more crafting.
In Factorio?
In World of Warcraft, actually.
Well,
That extra, like, half hour that I stayed up, Nick, I made 30,000 gold.
Rich.
Well, I mean, I need 1.5 million.
You're dirt poor.
No, there's a cash shop mount out there for like $90, but instead of buying it for $90, you can buy WoW tokens and convert them to $15.
You know, since you're a master at crafting, you should be able to increase that DC to get better recovery rolls.
Oh, I changed it 3 different times. I used all of them.
Oh,
Healed
right, you did.
Teriani for 32.
But look how much
All
better.
I see is darkness. I need someone else to apply the heal to me.
Look how much better the success on a DC 30 was than a critical success on a DC 15.
Well, I needed 3 points, so I just rolled a guaranteed one so I could not have to change numbers on my sheet.
That's a very smart person. So, you are in a library and there's a wealth of knowledge available here, potentially. But you have several things that could potentially complicate your endeavors. One, just being that this building has been exposed to the elements for untold years. And two, your fight with the Hydra has continued to stir up and further ruin the structure here, as well as the surrounding other places and adjacent buildings that may have its own information in it. But there are hieroglyphics, or glyphs, I should say, inscribed on the walls in various places. They are stone tablets in various pieces that can be reassembled, as well as scrolls that may or may not have survived the test of time. If you're looking for anything of note or value to piece together, I have 10,000 prompts for you.
That is a lot of prompts.
Those are all of them. Who's got library lore? Rachel?
In this instance, the player may substitute their own knowledge for the character.
I feel like I'm never gonna need to toggle my to recall knowledge about non-material creatures circumstance bonus. Are these public or private?
They're public.
No.
Although if
Hold
any,
on, I'm opening in another browser.
if any of you were investigators, you could do the pursue a lead activity.
I don't even recognize I'm in a library at this point.
Why does my teacher only respond to me at 4 a.m.?
Thanks for reminding me to start the hero point timer.
You're welcome.
Is anyone else gonna roll?
Nope.
I'm still I'm opening in a different browser and it's still stuck on black screen.
What browser are you using?
Somebody want to roll?
I've tried both on Firefox and Edge.
Hmm. Hmm.
I tried on a non-Chromium browser. I tried on a Chromium browser. I'm just gonna go like cry. The chat bar is loaded,
Hey. Maybe the graphics are too much.
and I rolled a fucking 2. I feel like I roll a lot of 2s. I can't check. It's not loading the things.
All right. You might be overly exhausted or on edge from the fight with the Hydra. There may be that you're spending the majority of the day sort of decluttering the space so that you can access other material, but by the time the light gets or the sun glows orange and the shadows get long, you have not discovered any information today in the library. That is not to say there's nothing here to be found. It's just we'll have to move on to the next day of timekeeping.
Did their critical failures negate my one success?
Correct.
Ah, I see.
Her slew of critical failures.
Khali's about to find the right book or whatever, and Kirrik just like stumbles into her and she drops it in the
Slaps
pile.
it out of her hand.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
All right, so moving from, I think Sarah, you're the only one that can click this still, or if I, because it's a copy of the original one. But moving back to camp and
Yeah,
Joe.
somebody is gone. Oh. Wait a minute.
Safe.
yeah, you make it back to camp unperturbed.
I don't know. I think we are definitely a little perturbed from that
A little perturbed.
weird leech hydra. We are not further perturbed.
You can finish full healing if you want to change any of your prepared spells around. The reclaimers in the group are spending the majority of their time patrolling around, trying to dispatch whatever demons they can find. Sakawachi's group is also attempting to find what information they can, but they are not straying very far from the camp because the challenges that they are able to overcome have suddenly grown out of their sphere of influence.
I feel like as soon as I change myself to having more alchemist fire, because everything that we've fought recently has been weak to fire, we're gonna find stuff that's like just not. Because this is how the world works.
That's just the way of the world.
Yeah, you guys might want to hit your overnight rest buttons and then make Khali do all the work to repopulate with consumables. Because I love bookkeeping. That's my favorite part of this game.
Yep.
Well, that's what I get for trying to use Edge, apparently.
You read your card?
Yeah, it took down my whole fucking computer.
Ooh.
And there, done that.
And just for clarity, I have tried clearing browser information, like clearing browser cache for Forge. Just to be thorough. I wasn't confident that it was going to help, and it didn't.
I use a little Electron app instead of a browser window now.
I mean, I could be a nerd and... Oh my god, I have a map!
Whoa!
Apparently all I need to do is crash my computer.
For hygiene reasons.
So I could prepare this and have 2 sets of these.
Okay, hold on. It told me to apply settings. I need to reload my browser, and now everything's gonna fail. Nope, that loaded my campsite just fine. And also blew my ears out with music.
Pow!
Oh, wait. Am I allowed to be rested? I get to click the coffee button.
Ooh.
Wait a second. It didn't... Didn't let me stick a spell in my dagger.
There's you put sure strike.
Oh, there it is. Ceremonially knife sure strike. There it is.
Can I identify some of these unidentified things that I have in my inventory?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Like what?
This, because we never identified that, and this. I don't think, and this is labeled as anti-plague, so.
Then button. Maybe you
Oh,
will.
I should have rolled for specialty crafting, but whatever.
There's a sunrod.
Glow stick!
Mutated mistletoe. This actually takes you a while to figure out.
As in, she couldn't and I need to step in?
No, you have a pretty idea of what it is with that occultism check. Meteorite must have done something to it. Studying it, you notice that it is not wilting in any way, even though it's not, like attached to anything. And it seems to be empowered with primal magic in some way.
Primal magic.
Which is not something I think many of you have a lot of expertise in.
Well, no. It's just story magic with more fire. I'm sure I got this.
If you both succeed, I'll tell you what it is.
Would rolling nature be better than rolling occultism?
Yes, for sure. It may not be better for you, but it is, based on this deduction Khali made, it is absolutely for sure.
My nature is not bad.
It is not bad, but you did not succeed. So, you think with further study, you could get to the bottom of what the effects are, but it could be from space. So, like
mistletoe
like Yawn
from
is.
space.
Well, it was fired out of a missile.
Starts growing out of our skin.
Is that why it's a mistletoe?
It's a mistletoe, magic mistletoe.
God damn it.
Well, if it's about being an elf from space,
Yeah, well, the space elves. Actually, technically, I'm more alien than he is.
Yeah, Yawn, you are from space. I will give you a circumstance bonus on space magic because you're a jungle, whatever. Yeah, you think that it is radioactive, and you can more or less use it as like a holy symbol against vampires to just cause damage to things.
Wait, what?
Vampires. Slap them with it. Okay.
Vampires are weak to
What is
radiation.
this, garlic?
No. Vampires are weak to holy symbols, but living creatures are weak to radiation. And you think you could brandish this mistletoe as something to deal harm to it.
Wait, so I'm carrying irradiated mistletoe in my bag?
You don't think so, Yawn does.
Does y'all know what radiation is?
Well, if I grow another tail, we'll
Maybe?
know.
This is an anachronistic reference, so you make it make sense to your characters.
I mean,
Sometimes
There's
things
poison emanating from
yeah,
it.
sometimes things are poisoned by stuff that comes from space.
I feel like of all the characters here, Khali would have the closest idea to what radiation would be.
I mean, I think most people would just consider it like, oh, it's emanating void
It's
energy.
just poisonous.
I'm just a humble, unlicensed physician, and I'm not.
You're not licensed?
You guys picked me up on a random planet. There's no way I'm licensed.
You could be licensed on your planet.
But what,
I mean, to be fair, a lot of unlicensed physicians aren't humble, so you're doing better than most.
Also, I'm fairly certain that Khali is also not licensed.
Yes, but I'm an alchemist. Why would I be licensed?
Or is there like a certain amount of unhumbleness that comes with thinking you can practice medicine without a license?
It comes with a job.
How else
Or
is
lack
supposed
thereof.
to get practice?
But also, like, there's a high rate of sociopathy in doctors, so does being a non-licensed doctor change that?
You're gonna have to ask somebody who's in business ethics. We didn't really have many of those on my planet, on my star.
Repeat the question. I have courses in business ethics. I've taken courses in that.
Is this business is whether or not if doctors have a higher rate of sociopathy? The question being, is that a factor of being a doctor requiring a license? And so, if so, does being an unlicensed doctor mean you're less likely to be a sociopath? Or does thinking you're smart enough to practice medicine without a license make you more likely to be a sociopath? It's really more of a psychology question.
Causation is not, or correlation is not causation. Or whatever it is, I can't remember.
Well, I mean, correlation is not causation, but there's a standard deviation of amount of people who are doctors and also sociopaths.
Oh god, don't
specifically,
start the standard deviations.
Yeah,
I hated that class.
surgeons.
This space mistletoe is definitely causing some non-standard deviations.
Space
I
mistletoe.
hated that class.
I was making it. I was circling it back around. So you try and identify some of your unknown items. I don't know if you have any more that you want to process.
I'm looking. I don't think I have anything else that's explicitly unidentified. I have a marked medicine that is labeled as anti-plague in its description, so.
Oh no, that's just anti-plague. I'm sure it's fine.
That might have belonged to the Reclaimers. Let me look at it in your inventory.
With a symbol of Iomade?
Oh yeah, they absolutely. That was some of their gear. When you look at it and handle it, they're like, "Oh,
You
hey,
robbed them."
Yeah, no, well, no, you keep it. It'll be more use to you than it will be to us. We can.
I didn't know it was yours.
Well. There are 4 locations that have yet to reveal their mysteries fully. The tower, the library, the temple area, and the battlegrounds.
Like we didn't discover anything about the library, so
Yeah,
we should maybe go back there since it's not, or it's probably cleared mostly.
I don't think there's going to be a second Hydra there.
Well,
there might be like a little demon, but I doubt there will be another Hydra, yeah.
How come your mom let you have 2 Hydras? All right, sister, you're in charge of random encounters.
I guess that was more like the Hydra we have at home.
She keeps rolling less than 10. Everything's fine. Right,
Oh
you.
god, bloodstains.
Yeah, let's get rid of that guy.
Oh my god, that smells horrific.
There are crows and ravens feasting on this horribly rotting carcass. I killed everyone instead of the Hydra.
Can I make some boots from its
I
scales?
think it would have been terrifying if we show up and the Hydra's just gone.
Yeah, it cleaned up and there's a little note.
I want some Hydra leather boots.
Be back later.
Actually, come to think of it, is anybody cleaning up after us? Because we have left a lot of bodies rotting in ditches.
Birds have.
And mushrooms, probably.
It's on the landing page, actually.
You know, I bet we're responsible for more than one undead running around because we gave nobody a proper burial.
That's not a raven, that's a bald eagle.
Those are just like, what, pigeons in Alaska?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, we also have pigeons in Alaska.
We do have pigeons.
No. They saw
also
so
have
many.
seagulls.
We
Also
don't have
like
bald eagles, but Joe
Alaska.
probably does.
I do have bald eagles.
They're annoying.
They are annoying. They're pets.
And they don't even sound good.
It's so funny that that's a bald eagle eating that rat carcass. The rat that's made out of a million ribs.
It's been a big rat.
Big rat. Big demon rat. Back to the library. Here are all of the prompts. Or feel free to sell me on something else.
Alright, I called this one too.
Hey!
I've seen enough of this library. I don't think there's anything I could possibly discover here.
One day I'll get to use my circumstance bonus.
Hey, are you deferring your checks?
Mechanically, does it count against us if we fail?
If you critically fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll defer.
And step in the library, Teriani is gone. He comes back like just with piles of books, references, hair ruffled.
All right, Kirrik, same question. Are you going to also defer?
Yeah. Seems to be the easiest thing to do.
Also, I'm not entirely sure there's going to be more than 3 successes worth of information at this library.
So with today's successes you trace out and spend the day transcribing some of the petroglyphic inscriptions along the walls. You are working on getting a fairly good ability to translate the ancient Sarkorian pictograms. And they tell the story of Demora Hume, who first summoned the goddess Dizad to repel a massive party of raiders. You are not sure what type of raiders they are, whether they be demons or just, enemies or monsters. You also find some stone tablets detailing the god-calling rites that have been performed on the shores of Hume's Pool that actually predate Demora Hume, and that even into potentially prehistory or Age of Darkness stuff, that people have been associating this area with sacred properties for a real long time. Maybe pre-Starfall.
Damn. That is a real long time.
And what is with like Paizo Adventure Paths, and always referencing stuff from pre-Starfall.
Well, everything is pre-Starfall. Starfall only happened 4,000 years ago. That's nothing. Blink of an eye.
The Egyptians happened 4,000 years ago.
Yeah, and we have pre-Egyptians.
I mean, we do have Egyptians and then ancient Egyptians. We have Egyptians who came across records from ancient Egyptians referencing ancienter Egyptians.
Yeah.
The first oldest civilization, it's in Mesopotamia.
Iran.
It's like Mesopotamia or Sumeria or something like
The
that. One of those two.
Tigris, the Tigris and
Mesopotamia,
Euphrates, Mesopotamia.
Yeah.
I know the oldest legend originates from
But
there.
that's where the oldest like city building we think was permanent structures. We
That's a
definitely
Civilization.
we definitely had places older than that.
Yeah.
They just didn't leave, walls.
Recorded histories.
Civilization's also like a strong word. Like, there's not really a nice, easy way to define civilization when you get into sociology. Because, like, you can have roaming tribes of people who all interact and talk to each other. That's civilization, but if they don't put down roots, then...
So you start picking up some context as well, because we can't define these things, but what you have been, and what Sakawachi has been calling god callers, they seem to refer to the gods themselves as spirit guides. And you're getting more and more evidence that they are in fact primal aspects of the natural world, such as manifestations of a river, manifestations of, like a grove of trees, things like that. And they tend to manifest as chimeric beasts, and combine features from multiple animals or elements of the natural phenomena that they represent. It seems very similar to the weird crab thing that you saw a carving of earlier. It was very crab-like, but it seemed, scary as well. You also find in what you think was in a hidden cache of library texts references to, and this is recent information. It's written on scrolls rather than stone tablets. An account of a demon called Malgamon. Malgamon.
Sounds like a Digimon.
Who took it upon themselves to enjoy slaughtering spirit guides and god callers.
Well, that's not very nice.
They were known to have some lair underground in Demora, but no one had ever found it. And in response, all of the wells and tunnels that were known were collapsed and destroyed in order to maybe trap them underground forever. And it didn't work.
Well,
Somehow Malgamon managed to continue making forays and hunting down the god callers. Deep lore.
literal deep lore if they're in the earth.
Yeah. You've found all the information in the library that you can today.
Wait, if we come back, there's going to be magically more information?
There might be.
I mean, it's a library. Can you go through all the books in a library in a day?
Yeah, and you're spending, you're sifting through things. You're
on a 35, maybe.
Well, and something to entice you potentially to come back to the library is when you first got here, Khali, you detected magic, and you have not been able to find it again since the Hydra incident. But that makes sense because if something collapsed or was destroyed in such a way where the line of effect would have been blocked, you wouldn't, detect it anymore. So at one point there was something magical here, but you think it's been buried in rubble.
I see.
You need that much of a line of effect for detect magic? Or does it not follow the classic D&DS rules of like a foot of this or a...
Yeah, well, it goes, I'm
There you
taking under the
Detect
assumption
magic.
yeah, that sufficiently thick structures, like maybe a couple inches of stone, compared to like a thin sheet of lead.
I don't know. I was under the impression that line of effect generally had to be pretty open. Like, if a fireball could hit you, like an arrow should be able to hit you.
Well, that makes sense for damage spells, but for things that look for things, it's
Yeah.
less useful.
I mean,
Yeah.
you cast it in Oblivion, it works through walls.
That's fair. All right, I need to go to the bathroom.
Like, imagine trying to find, like, locate creature or whatever, and it's like, oh, sorry, he's actually behind the door, so...
Yeah. You hear the sound of a guy talking, but you can't sense him.
You can see him, but he's through the glass, so
yeah,
sorry.
You don't have line of effect, but you do have line of sight. All right, take us home. I'm looking
Where'd you
for
go?
Ruins of Demora.
It'd be great, Sarah, if you roll another save roll. I'm downstairs.
Button.
Ooh.
Make myself some lunch real quick. Then I went to go early vote, and I forgot my ID.
No,
I need more bolts.
need that.
Dude.
Well, the wagon is gone. These guys buy
Why?
bolts.
I'm sure I could probably scavenge some from somewhere.
These guys are willing to share with you some bolts.
I just need like another set of them. What would that be, 10?
Here's 20.
Alright, time to stuff stuff in my bag.
Stuff.
The 5th of Gosren, Wheel Day. You're starting to get quite comfortable with the demon-infested ruins.
Dax, merge. How dare you?
Turns out, demons are just a bunch of pushovers. The Crusades were overly dramatic.
Where to?
Well, do we want to go exhaust the library?
I'm exhausted.
I mean, I guess we do have this supposed magic item to suss out.
I mean, if
Yeah,
they want to
that's
be
pretty stuck.
looking at the books, we can try to see if we can find it.
Yeah, I'm not much of a book guy myself.
There's a book.
I am
there.
pro magic items.
Oh, sure. Magic items are fine if they're man-made, right?
Yeah, I mean, even if they're god made, I'll use them to kill gods.
It's an amulet of god protection. When touched,
Stack.
the target no longer wants to kill gods.
And that would be a really tragic thing for fucking Kirrik to pick up.
Well, stay tuned for 4 or 5 sessions from now.
That's a very D&D fucking 2nd edition kind of thing.
Gotcha.
But your alignment has shifted. You can no longer gain levels.
Any objections to the library? He really wants that last magic item. And there is info there, so it's not like a total loss.
We're also not really on a time crunch, right?
Nah, I'm keeping track of time for reasons. But to the characters, no. Being thorough makes more sense than being efficient. I'm a good GM, right? You guys keep doing this and have for like a year.
And we keep coming back for a reason.
It's 30 weeks of it, plus some lost sessions.
The lost sessions.
The lost sessions. Starfinder. Hey, you found a gun. Found a grenade launcher.
Like those.
But it doesn't come with a magazine.
Magazine subscription.
So library, I guess, right?
Yeah, here let's traverse.
And fun stuff.
And fun stuff.
Should I just drag this to my top bar?
Yeah, if you got space for it.
I have lots of space.
Academia lore,
Mhm.
library lore, nature, occultism, perception.
Non-material creatures. What is a non-material creature even?
Like a shadow.
Oh, well, I have bonuses to recall knowledge against them. For them.
The success.
All right, I'll try.
That's failure.
But it wasn't critical.
Not being critical is good.
Which one of these things is Joe best at? Probably occultism.
Probably.
He's an expert in occultism.
An expert of the occult?
Got scouting lore and games lore, but no academia lore. Alright, let's
I
roll.
discovered I have stabling lore due to my background, and I never actually properly read and added that until I think last level.
Stabling?
Stabling, yeah, I'm like, well, this is
Unstable.
lore.
Like being stable?
No, like horses. Stable the horse.
Oh, Kirrik! Kirrik found the magic item.
Guess.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey, I rolled an occultism check for you, but it didn't work out.
It's because I played this game with a coin instead of a d20.
Khali, you find an atlas of Demora, and it's only pieces of it. Most of them are destroyed, so it doesn't look like there will be much like direct utility of it. But you find one laying out a vast cistern network that dates to just a few years before the World Wound incursion. There are detailed descriptions of various tunnels and the connections between the central cistern as well as like an aquifer under the lake that sort of maintained a flow state to the cistern, and like distributions of wells all throughout the city. So yeah, this complex that they collapsed in order to seal this demon away, it was pretty comprehensive and gives you dungeon crawl tingles. Kirrik, you've been more or less loading stuff up out of the way so they can recover more of the materials. You know, keeping a lookout, doing safety stuff. And Khali, you're occasionally detecting magic as you go here and there. Kirrik is moving a pile of rubble out of the way when you start detecting magic again. And you pretty quickly realize that the rubble itself is what's emanating the magic.
Magic rock. Oh, the rune stone.
Yeah, if you find
Is this on my formula list? I have some of those.
Let's see.
I think I have just rune stone in general on there, but also weapon potency.
It's definitely not a weapon potency rune.
Okay.
But that explains why you weren't able to find it again. It just got buried in rubble.
Try to identify it.
Yeah. Post skill checks.
Take dice as well.
Sarah and Joe privately rolled some dice. The two of you, you both succeed. You are fairly confident between the two of you that it is a resilient runestone.
Khali succeeded 10 minutes before I did.
Oh boy.
I can put that on somebody's armor. stuff that in the stash to put on somebody's armor.
I mean, I'll take it.
You found what your downtime activity tonight is.
Yep.
I feel like Kirrik gets chewed out the most.
He does have main character syndrome.
Well, it's a plus to save, so it's really good on anybody. But I will gladly take it.
What's the
I
lowest
really
saving
wanted
throw?
plus the saves. I'd prep my mage armor in a higher level slot. It's honestly not a bad idea in general.
This guy's got the same fortitude save as me.
Imagine typing in your saves and not just pressing the P key to look at everyone's stats.
That's what I did.
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey for party.
Joe and I have reverse stats. Our stats are a palindrome.
Three of us are masters. One of us does not have a mastery skill.
Everybody speaks Taldane, though.
I was so scared
I
it was
wonder
me.
why.
You don't have a. You can't not speak Taldane.
I mean, you kind of can not speak Taldane.
Every character get. I mean,
If the character can't speak, they can't speak Taldane.
That's
Got
true.
him.
Got him. Dang.
okay, but it's still listed as a language.
I can't speak
Fine.
it.
Everybody knows.
They might understand it, they
Taldane.
can't speak it.
There you go.
If you want to forego continuing to investigate the library, you could use the rest of your investigation here to transfer that rune before you head back to camp, if you would like.
Are we
This
gonna...
involves Khali anyway, so
It's a Khali crafting check. You just get to
yeah.
decide who your favorite person is that you put a rune on.
Probably the guy who's in the action the most, so...
If you like it, then you should have put a rune on it.
You gonna scratch up his scale mail?
I can fix it if it's broken.
Hey, make a crafting check.
It's not my specialty.
Yeah, you're great.
Nice.
I see you've already made it resilient. Didn't even wait on me. Didn't even wait on the check.
I believe there.
I have a plus 17. Plus 19 if it's alchemy related. I tend to be at least acceptable with crafting.
Mm-hmm.
Ollie does know how to make things.
All right, where is this runestone now?
So do you know how good you have to be at like recognizing the cause and effect, like the actions and reactions inside of a machine to be able to apply that to a fucking human body?
Where did that runestone end up?
It was in my inventory and I deleted it.
All right. Cool. Khali, hit the navigation button, and we'll get out of the library. Safe.
That one has a different icon than before.
It does.
There's reasons.
Is it super safe?
All the safes are a lie.
They just all say safe. Some of
Uh,
them are safe, the other ones are safe quotation marks.
Are you supposed to be a
See?
master in something?
Asterisk.
you don't have to ever be a master in anything.
No, but he only has one expert skill. Did you train a random other skill?
Oh, who?
Teriani. Because
What?
all of us have one yellow skill. And typically one purple skill. He has one purple skill.
Teriani did
Oh, yeah.
not master anything.
Yeah, you missed a skill up, Joe.
1, 2, 3, 4. Shit.
I mean, you could become an expert in something else, or trained in something else, or a master in occultism.
I mean, first of all, master in occultism is what it'll take. But why am I?
It happened on this level.
Wait, we got to skill up this level?
3, 7, 13, 15?
15 for sure. I think it's like
Well, I mean,
Whoa, look at that big jump.
look at me rolling occultism. My Khali rolls
3,
crafting.
5, 7.
Yeah.
9.
You're just walking back to camp. Aren't you supposed to be good at this? Oh, right, I am.
I was just looking through all the things that we
um,
have, and I'm like, wait a minute. Teriani doesn't have a yellow. Did he pick up a different skill? I was just curious.
Expanded my occultic knowledge, gained a deeper understanding of how stories relate to reality while we were digging through the library.
Mhm.
Poetry, quantum mechanics, all the same thing.
Okay. It has been a hot minute since you guys have had any weird dream.
Oh no. Did I roll the dream?
Kirrik has a weird dream. And it's not unsettling like your weird dreams have been in the past. It's just you're like soaring over like a like snow-covered trees. I mean, it's quiet and peaceful.
Huh.
You definitely feel like you're hunting, but you're not like hunting for yourself. You're hunting for like safety.
I will.
Like you're patrolling or surveying. The end.
Well.
Huh.
Right details? What were you surveying? What were you searching? Or is this dream logic? Can't know shit. There's going to be like, yeah, this looked oddly familiar.
You guys don't have dreams where you're flying?
Dreams.
Only have anxiety dreams where I can't fly well.
No dreams.
Honestly, I have a lot of dreams about losing my teeth.
Well, different anxiety.
Yeah, I've spent $10,000 in keeping them, so yeah, let's not lose them.
All right. Library seems more or less tapped out. The tower you have not revisited, but you felt confident the first time there. But I don't.
I mean, we could revisit it, but there's also like a whole arena to go through, isn't there?
You have not been to the temple / religious light / civic center of the ruins. You've also not been to any of the like fields where the god callers fought the demons. The reason why that might bear out information is not so much physical records as lingering magic that you may be able to understand better.
I vote temple first, because if they had all
Field
this
should be
stuff
where we
with the
go
god
last.
callers and killing gods, I think the temple will have a lot of context about the magic that was used.
I feel more home at temple.
Yeah.
First gather the knowledge, then go to where the knowledge was used.
Yeah, what Zaya and her group can tell you for the context of this is that it was supposedly the center of their spiritual life, so it worked as both their primary place of worship, but also like the center of mundane civic life. Part temple, part crypt, part government building.
Do I sound distant right now, by the way?
You sound fine.
Oh, okay. Let's do this then. That's way better.
Yeah, way to go. You don't need to roll the random encounter table because we've never been there before.
Oh, so you're telling me we definitely get fucked. Oh, God, a battle map.
There are no tokens that have visibility. Battle maps don't always mean battle. We went to this library 3 or 4 times.
And what happened
The
the
library
first time we went to
twice.
the library?
We went to the library 3 times.
First time to kill the Hydra, and then we investigated after killing the Hydra, and then we went again.
So expecting this to be, hoarding some giant, horrible, monstrous creature, you do see that from the outside, it does look to have an intact roof and is not more than 2 stories tall. How you approach is up to you, but I made the battle map to create tension when it's actually just hazards.
Bunch of baby creatures. Got it.
The,
Do we hear
trade
anything
sides?
before we open the door?
Roll perception.
Blind check or
Yes, always blind check for seek.
no,
Always
perception?
blind
You
check.
told me explicitly perception.
That's true. It's explicitly a seek. You all hear what sounds like a crowd of people inside.
Okay.
Not upset, not unhappy, just like almost business as usual.
So, place is haunted. Got it.
Place like abandoned? Nobody comes out here?
Yeah, I mean, nothing in here should be like very occupied.
Are there like other doors and entrances?
Feel free to
Wait,
circumnavigate.
Maybe why we should just go right through the door.
I mean, we should probably check to make sure. Let's see what's going on around the building, right?
Am I seeing anything like windows or junk? I
Nope,
don't see
it's
doors.
a squat stone building. Knowing that there was a crypt, the majority of this building may be underground.
Oh, that's true. Well, we see nothing. Now the way my brain works compels me to return the way I came.
Wait, what?
Well, she's related to me.
I went this way, now I have to return the way I came, otherwise it's wrong. It's just how my brain compels me.
But now the circle's not complete.
I know.
It's
I
even
can't
more
make the
wrong.
circle. I have to do something and then undo it.
The door is a tall, heavy stone thing with sort of like a big tree carved into it, as well as like a flowing river. It wouldn't require a check to open, but it does require some, amount of effort.
This is something I should have done part of my daily preparation.
Yeah. Where's Teriani's mage armor?
I found my new armor. Eventually, I'm gonna have to prep this on a higher level.
Yeah.
slot.
Who needs that extra phantasmal killer? That could be a 4th rank mage armor.
You say this requires some effort. Is it like a check or what?
Nope. It's not a check.
Do I just open it?
You just open the door.
Ah,
Sir,
That
you're
was a
supposed to
noise.
open the door.
That's pretty loud. Didn't expect that to be so loud. The noise of the people chattering is like that heavy door was blocking out a lot of it, and when the door opens you're sort of blasted with this sound of like humanoid speech. It's cacophonous and distracting, and sort of unsettling and confusing in a way that we'll need to roll initiative.
so what I'm hearing is
Yeah,
this place
that's
is
what I
haunted.
expected. Oh, haunted as hell. Well, we knew that when we heard the chattering.
Where is funny? What? There.
Demoralize the chatterers.
Oh, don't put me first, world. How dare you?
I tried.
You all failed me.
It
You
is
didn't want
haunted.
to be first. You shouldn't have rolled so high.
Fight me.
It is haunted. In response to the door being tapped. Whoa, we're wrong game. You see sort of the source of all of the voices that are echoing an acoustic nightmare sort of kind of slop over this central pew here. Sarah, content warning.
Oh no. There's zombies here. Oh.
Oh, that's a classic. Hey, I have good news and bad news. Good news, it's not haunted. Bad news, Kirik's gonna kill us all.
Uh,
I don't like that.
Whatever
Thank you for
this-
the content warning.
Whatever this thing is, kind of roils out from under this pew, and it's sort of like almost like recoils in horror from you. It does something sort of like it is. You can tell that this is clearly like a cult, but it like backs away from you and sort of dephases the ground underneath it.
This is not what I thought it was.
Dephases?
You could potentially identify what's going on. Create a zone here. Map to grid.
All right, let's see. Am I making investigations or am I shooting? Whatever it comes to me. Okay, in character and out of character, though, my first reaction would be either to leave or shoot this. So.
why ask questions when you can take literal fight or flight?
And nothing with that many
Nothing.
mouths has anything good
Cats
to say.
are very known for fight or flight reactions, so.
Well, you gotta run out at pod at 7 times in a second and then leave.
I could do that.
It's sort of
Where are you going?
gives up trying to get over the ground there and sort of just kind of roils in that direction. All right, it's Khali's turn. Before you take your action,
Oh no.
make a will save.
But I'm bad at those. Apparently I'm not bad at those.
Yeah, you're fine. These voices are overwhelming, but you shake your head and come to your senses and can take your turn.
I just flatten the ears. Do. I don't know if I want to be the first one in there, but take a step. What am I throwing at you first, or am I shooting? Yeah, that is the question. I guess I'll just shoot it for now. That was nice.
Your pew has sound effects.
Oh, I added sound effects to pews. That's new.
Yeah, full on churches must be really loud.
Oh, yeah, let's make some. Let's see here. Combat, sci-fi.
See, I stepped, I shot, I'm gonna reload. And then
I hit next. Yawn, it's your turn.
you stole
Can
the button
I
from me.
try to figure out what's going on from here?
You can try to figure out what's going on, yes. But first, make this will save. Nice. Yeah. Demons, no matter what planet you're on, are more or less the same thing. This is a unholy aberration known as a demon tangle. It is a creature spawned from the flesh of tortured victims that have merged together to sort of cope with their fate.
Ew.
They use recycled art for some reason.
Yeah, I thought that was what are they called? Gibbering mouths.
Gibbering Mouther.
Yeah.
What would you like to know about this Gibbering Mouther, Yawn?
Any vulnerabilities?
They do. They have several vulnerabilities. They are weak to bludgeoning, cold iron, and holy.
Wait a second.
Wait.
I have cold iron.
Oh, say no more.
Man, imagine if I had telekinetic projectile though. I could bludgeon with cold iron.
It wouldn't
Laser
transfer
beam.
the properties.
It doesn't transfer the Yeah, I know. I forgot. Like I kind of house ruled that for a little bit.
Holy moly! Look at all that.
That's a lot
holy
of
light.
damage.
Where was this when we were fighting the Hydra?
You know what? From now on, I would like to fight things with only one mouth. Hydra?
This-
Nope, too many mouths.
Does
This
this have
thing,
more
too
than
many
one?
mouths. The creature we're fighting right now has more than one mouth. Have you seen the art?
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. Like, doesn't it have more than one mouth?
All right, Teriani.
From this point forward, only single mouth creatures.
Let's see if the voices get to you.
Voices of the void.
The ease of this save mildly terrifies me because that thing took a good chunk of damage. The thing has a pretty easy will save to pass.
Yeah,
so
what
I'm
is it?
pretty
What is
sure-
it capable of?
Where's the bullshit?
That this isn't a solo creature.
Oh, that could be interesting. I'm gonna nudge hit myself. I'm going to hopefully not regret balancing Kirrik's luck.
Is it just me, or is it just going for the door?
I mean, it kind of is.
Didn't I pick up a holy symbol with that mutated mistletoe?
Adam did say this thing like recoiled in fear of us.
What?
Yeah, but we've already started applying violence, and I'm not gonna stop now.
I struck it
Stop,
with
period. I don't like this.
Apparently, I am gonna. Does an 18 hit?
No.
Okay, apparently, I am gonna stop now.
All right,
Kirrik,
Kirrik. The moment we've all been waiting for.
do not fail that save. You're gonna kill somebody.
I don't know what to do here.
Why does that say failure / success?
He's got.
I have.
Oh,
Yeah.
A
I've
good
got a thing
bullshit.
I have a thing that says I'm really good at not being swayed.
This is very dramatic music.
Actually, that's not what that does. Why is this that?
Why is it?
I mean, everyone successive
Incapacitation.
have run to.
Incapacitation. Yeah, that makes sense.
Which means this definitely isn't a solo creature.
Oh. Maybe I just.
It's trying to alert the others.
Maybe I just
Yeah,
front loaded
but-
all the hard fights.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too, but I will run it and fall into Adam's trap. Alright, thing. I don't know what you are, but I'm gonna put you out of your misery.
Yeah, I mean,
Move.
either this thing should die, like on a decency standard, or it wants to die.
Nice. How do I turn effect volumes down? Let's see.
Okay. It is gonna take that hit and then use a reaction.
Oh no.
Where?
It's gonna bite you.
Yeah, where you slashed into it, a mouth forms, and it will immediately try and bite you.
Yuck.
Miss.
Was uncomfortably close to hitting.
Yeah, where's its nudge fate?
It doesn't get one.
At the end of your turn, the door adjacent to you crashes open.
Oh no.
Oh no, the backup gibbering mouth. Mother.
Resident Evil. You guys seen that one image where a guy was like, My little brother keeps asking to play on my VR headset, so he puts in the VR of Resident Evil and says this will teach him.
That's so mean.
I know! I was like, no, this kid's like 6, you can't do that.
You absolutely can.
Don't do that.
I mean, you shouldn't, but I'm not going to stop you. I don't work for OCS anymore.
It's gonna spend an action smashing the door down, and then it squirts like this astringent blood out of one of its eyes, like a lizard.
The horny toad, horny lizard, whatever the fuck,
Lizard toe.
lizard toad.
It does 12 acid damage and prompts a fortitude save.
I just switched off body icon too.
You're fine.
Nice.
It will map that. The one that you struck. It is gonna sort of try and put Kirrik more or less between all of you guys and it. And it will make a Jaws attack and miss. And a finesse Jaws attack.
Crunch.
Alright, Khali, it's your turn. When that other Resident Evil enters the fight, a new chorus of horrible voices erupt, and you need to make a saving throw.
Lucky to see some desist. Why is this Kirrik?
Let's see. Critical success, okay. Take your turn as normal.
Is Kirrik in the way of my shot?
Yep.
Darn. Does this one have cover?
Yep, that one's got substantial cover.
If I move to basically directly to like here, you can see this, right? Would it still have cover?
Even if you went 15, it would be clear.
Oh, okay. Well, move, Khali. Get off the relay. Step. Target this one. And which bomb are we eating today?
Cold iron bomb.
I don't have any of those. I have cold bombs. I have fear bombs. I have
cold
sun
bombs, I
bombs.
have
I have
iron
light
bombs.
bombs. I have fire bombs. I have a lot of bombs. What was this leak to? Ollie, cold iron, and what? Bludgeoning?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't have any of those, so let's grab this bomb. Plus, I haven't thrown any of these bombs yet. Darn. Move, grab bomb, throw bomb, in turn. I'll be right back.
Yawn. The voices. You guys are going to crit succeed these every time. Unless...
Hey, please don't jinx my dice like that. That's not cool, man.
We have to make another save for the another bot gibbering mouther.
Yeah, it seems like you sort of come to your senses and overcome the first one, but the second one is a brand new chorus of congealed voices, and you're not numb to it yet. But maybe after years of trauma. Spiritual armament.
Yeah. That seems like a good choice, and then I can just chuck spears with no
Yeah.
issue.
Star knives.
Star knives with no issue. Well, I mean, star knives are slash.
The best weapon.
Yeah. Is with spirit proc the holy?
Yeah, you being
Technically?
holy prop the holy, not spirit.
Oh.
You are a holy person.
All right. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna throw. Star knives are great, guys.
Okay, now you have to go and get it.
Do I?
I choose not to.
No.
The other door is pushed open.
Weapon returns to your side automatically.
And seeing that holy and spiritual warfare is happening, and these things are some type of demon, it spittles at Yawn. 6 acid damage and a fort save. You're fine. Never gonna stop you. Teriani, there are 2 of these now, so I'll need 2 will saves from you.
Okay, it's okay, it's okay. You asked Yawn to make them, so I'm safe.
Ah, that's true. Fix that. The gibbering will save. And the gibbering will save.
So success and critical success?
Neat.
Everything
Wow, you
fine?
failed, turned into a success.
Weird.
Oh no, it's crit success. Alright, carry on. You are... Yeah, whatever. Gibbering mouthers? Sure. Demonic gibbering mouthers? No problem.
Now what do I do with the single action? You know... we're not doing too bad. Like a little bold. I've been lied to.
Who lied to you?
I thought there was only 2. Use the remaining action to retreat. To avoid line of sight bullshit.
We've got them outnumbered.
It doesn't mean I need to needlessly expose myself to bullshit. I'm going to needle dart him from way back here, thank you. Does an 18 hit?
No. Blame Kirrik's cover.
Kirrik, I blame your cover.
Get out of the way.
I don't have cover.
Got him. Alright, Kirrik, save versus gibbering. Okay, now do it again. Click. Nice. You win the fight. I didn't confuse Kirrik.
I attack.
All winning.
I attack.
It will use a reaction after the damage is dealt. Miss.
My last action. With my last trick, I will... Where is it? Pick my photos. There we go. I'm just gonna get 11 health back. And then shift to my Warn icon. Okay.
This is going to spend an action. Roiling through like this. And Kirrik and Khali need to make reflex saves.
I have returned. Why is there Silent Hill now? Are we just going through the list?
Yeah.
Did they make a remake of that recently? Or the second one?
Mhm.
Keep seeing stuff about it.
Alright, so Kirrik, because you succeeded, you can choose to either be pushed aside or end the monster's movement.
I'll end the movement. Which stops it from affecting Khali, right?
What's happening?
Nothing.
Did that just try to eat me?
This thing tried to bolt past me and hit you, and I sumoed it. I said no.
Oh, nice.
It will. Let's see. Try and bite you.
Orange.
You got a hit. It opens up a new mouth as you block it from digesting Khali. It does 17 piercing damage and gives you the bleed condition. It will use its third action to full map grab, which I think you probably are cool with.
I'll be right back.
If he can even do it. Oh my god, he did it.
Oh my gosh, he's grabbed.
You're gonna get eaten again.
No. That ends his turn. Body Horror sees a golden opportunity here to try and swoop past Kirrik and engulf Khali.
Please don't.
So Khali, make a reflex save. Alright, you can choose to let it pass or be pushed in its movement.
I guess in its movement.
Push you, move into your square.
Oh.
And second action is going to be to try and bite you.
Don't bite me.
Critical miss.
Well, he listened. Okay.
And his last action will be to try and roil over you again.
Cease and desist, sir.
Reflex save.
I am re-rolling that with my Catfolk. Thank you very much.
Do you want to let him pass or be pushed?
Push.
Alright, now it's your turn. And this should be the last of the scary noise checks. So, 2 will saves. No, 1 will save for Khali. Alright, no more dibbering until we get to round 10.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. What do we do here? That is the question. Do I get, like, any sort of penalty for shooting it point blank?
Not with a crossbow.
Okay, I'm going to shoot this point blank.
You can't hit it with ooze ammunition, it's made out of ooze.
You didn't tell me it was resistant to this, and this is what was loaded. I think I clicked the wrong ammo again. It got hit with that, now it has that effect, and persistent damage, hooray. I think my bow is probably still my strongest weapon here, so let's not have that ammo. And shoot it point blank again.
What a good turn.
Stain for the ward. Not the ward, spiritual armament. And I'm going to just dump this.
Oh boy. That's a big bomb.
Oh.
Target people. I roll damage first, and then you roll the DC.
You got everything targeted?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, roll damage. Fail, crit fail, and success.
On a critical fail, it takes full damage and it's sickened 2, while it is also slowed 1. Failure, it is sickened 1, and then success takes half damage.
Silent Hill, second one. I'm glad I gave them all unique names. That's helping actually a lot. Resident Evil, full damage. 2. Code. And Monday Horror. Half damage. Perfect.
End my turn.
Are you not going to make a spiritual armament attack?
I thought sustaining it was separate from making the attack.
I thought sustaining it made the attack.
Oh, alright, well,
Usually.
then I will row. Wish there was a way for me to keep.
To keep. See, what you should do is click this button here, and then right-click it to pop out message.
That almost.
So yeah, body horror hit.
Well, it doesn't do the damage.
Yeah, I mean, there's no damage when you just do an attack roll. Wow. Okay. Silent Hill's turn. Silent Hill is going to...
I don't know where to position this. I can't cover all of them up.
it is going to attempt to roll over Yawn. So, engulf, reflex save. I didn't mean to make a save, I meant to prompt us. Alright, do you want to let it pass, or do you want to let it push you?
I will. What happens if I let it push me?
It will push you and move into your square.
What happens to Teriani, though?
Yeah?
Okay. Alright, I will let it push me.
Okay. It's gonna try and eat Teriani then. Second action. Jaws attack.
Undeserved for the record. Ow!
I've hit Teriani.
Teriani down!
Alright, 14 pierce damage, d4 bleed, and it will try and grab you at full map. Fail.
Everything's fine.
And now it's your turn.
Teriani didn't die today. Called a good day. I'm going to nudge Fate myself. And then balance his luck. And hope he doesn't have reactions. Then we're going to point blank, right in his face, cast a good old fashioned cold iron needle darts. Teriani is not in the mood.
I think Needle Arch has always been a shotgun spell, even though it has such long range.
Takes.
You try
damage.
moving, a collection of needles that long. That's all right.
No, it's bleeding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good call.
Also, it takes 4 bleed damage. Good old weakness 5 cold iron. And it has blood, right? So the bleed's not wasted?
Yeah, nobody makes it bleed its own blood. Alright, Kirk, this has got you grabbed, but it's slowed now.
I'm gonna spin around and attack the one that was attacking before.
If it lives, it'll use a reaction. The chorus of voices suddenly cry out in unified pain and are silent.
If I was a smart boy, I would have used reap the field right there, but I'm not a smart boy. So then I will use an action to switch the body icon and make this guy who has been grabbed a sad boy.
What are the chances this works?
I don't know, he's pretty sad already, so.
Could be sadder.
And
Not
I
pretty sad if I look like that.
He will bite you back when damage is resolved.
and miss. Oh, I'm a dumb boy. God damn it. I forgot that Peerless Under Heaven let me change my damage type if I want to.
Well, you're peerless inside this building. That's 3 actions.
What do you mean?
Alright,
Khali's in here.
so this guy's got you grabbed. He will, while... while it's got you grabbed and while it's slowed, it's going to not really do much except try and like bridge the gap between you being grabbed by a mouth and or tentacles and pull you inside of itself. So it will attempt to engulf you. Versus Kirrik, a reflex. It will use its last action to maintain the grab. And Khali's up.
Let's... Which one do I feel is a more pressing threat? That is the question. Well, first, I should probably reload. Then I'll shoot this. I will not shoot this one. I lied.
You didn't want to hit Kirrik. You know he's very fragile.
I feel like Kirrik would not care if I shot him in the back of the head with a bolt.
It's probably true.
It'd just be like, oh, whatever.
Price of doing business.
Alright, reload, shoot, reload.
Yawn. One of these has escaped containment.
We are going to sustain and swing.
Ah, you did it wrong again.
I did it wrong.
Fine, it's fine. This is fine. Alright, resolved.
Supposed to swing again?
That also is a hit.
It wasn't a very extravagant turn.
I see. Alright, doesn't like you anymore. It's gonna try and engulf Khali.
What?
Khali, reflex save.
She has no time for this.
Okay, let it pass or push you.
Push. These things are such bullies. They keep pushing us around.
It's gonna try and engulf Khali again.
That's not very nice.
Do you feel like it is?
Hey, finally,
Sure
something's
around.
happening. Alright, this thing manages to roil over you and engulf you inside and be carried along with it.
Excuse me, sir. I did not consent to this.
It can move up to 20 feet.
god, it's like the stupid freaking slime thing and content warning. That's always me.
It's always you. You're gonna
Getting
take.
yoinked by that.
Yeah, as this thing rolls around and you're barely having enough room to fit inside of it, you will take 14 piercing damage. And you are swallowed whole.
Don't appreciate this.
It's gonna use its last action to spit at Kirrik.
Bruh.
For 18 and call for fort save.
Damn.
Whoa. The acidic spit out of its eye is going to dazzle you. Peerless under heaven. And
Yeah.
it's Teriani's turn.
So it's like.
This is what you've been doing to people?
Yep. You got one more? I can't see it on the corner, so.
One is in Khali space because Khali has been engulfed.
Appreciate this.
Khali's in its space. Oh, I already clicked the roll button.
Could I just pop a bomb in it? That would be so funny.
You're also in there.
I don't care.
Teriani's tired of the bullshit
Wow.
right now.
Cold iron weakness. I'm paying it. That is a critical hit.
And now
Still
it's
waiting for
bleeding.
And then. We're not making will saves anymore?
No, not until round 11.
Okay. That should be fine.
Khalil.
See Khalil.
Khalil.
Kirrik, bleed, grab, dazzled, off guard, immobilized.
You forgot pissed off.
I don't think he gets mad about that kind of thing. Maybe he does. Maybe he's so mad he quit the game. Maybe he's gonna do level healing. Heal Resident Evil, got it? No. Oh, they hit the dazzle button. Okay. He critically hit. It's funny that these are arguably oozes that can make crits.
You know.
I don't know. I think he didn't want to roll damage. Oh, he's doing read the field. I get it. Yeah. 2 crits.
I can both of them,
Both
yeah.
of them, yeah.
Keep changing your damage type.
Time seems to lag as you blur across the battlefield. Second attack says you did
Yo,
with
agree.
features. Alright, Resident Evil. Alright, both of these guys. Alright, and they're both gonna use their reactions.
That's for bludgeoning?
Is it bludgeoning? Oh. Change it to bludgeoning. You can just do that.
I don't know if he can, but he did.
I mean, just strike him with the flat of the sword. It is now a bludgeon.
That's not a thing.
Now,
In this, no. In reality, yes.
As long as there have been gods.
he would have flipped the whole sword around and bashed him with it.
Choose for any spirit damage dealt by your Exemplar ability to instead manifest its powerful impact, cutting clashes. Oh, okay. So the spirit damage is slashing, or is bludgeoning. Just to trigger
There is
weakness.
still
Yeah,
there is
so,
still slash damage.
so
Yeah.
there is still slashing damage. So I did Silent Hills. Let's do Resident Evils.
Why did you hit it with the pommel when you could hit it with the blunt of the sword?
Alright, so one of them manages to grow a new mouth and bite you during that.
What's the point? The sword doesn't have the mass behind it.
What the pommel does?
Pommels aren't weapons. It's an improvised weapon at best. It doesn't just turn the 2d8 damage into bludgeoning. How long are
I'll
you?
have the dented plate mail.
How long are you dazzled for? A round. Right. So I have a question, Nick.
Yeah?
How'd you move?
Oh, yeah, mobilized, you're right. I forgot. Well, there's no way I can hit both of them then. So I guess I'm still. Oh, I can't roll myself back. It's not my turn.
I can roll you back. And let's undamage Silent Hill. Which one hit you? Was it Silent Hill? No, it was Resident Evil. So that still would have crocked.
All right, and then I guess my last action instead of field will just be a attack on Resident Evil. Well, I had the wrong one targeted, but I don't think it matters.
It would have even been better.
And yeah, because that would have been dazzled still. There goes.
Okay, well, your turn ends, so he's no longer dazzled, or your turn began. He's no longer sickened. No longer slow. He's no longer. Then I can call his turn.
I wish to escape.
Alright, yeah. So, you have been swallowed whole, meaning you are holding your breath. You, at the end of your turn, you will take more engulf damage. You can attempt to escape. Send? Does that work? Yeah, there you go. You can make attacks, but only with unarmed attacks or with weapons of light bulk or less. And
So my dagger,
the engulfing creature is off guard against the attack.
light bulk or less. That includes bombs.
Well, then you could make a bomb attack, yeah.
I really kind of want to set off a bomb in its stomach. Now I just have to decide which one of these is most effective. Escape is one action, right?
Escape is one action with the attack trait.
Okay, so it would add to an attack penalty.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna take me 2 actions to draw a bomb and throw it, I guess, and 1 action to attempt to escape, and I only have 2.
And you're slowed. So
Oh. Yeah, that's why I said I only have 2. I guess I should probably try and attempt to escape. Is there an action for that?
It's either acrobatics or athletics or your unarmed attack modifier. They're all right there in the chat box.
Okay, let me figure out which one of these is highest. I think it's just unarmed attack. Yeah. And my turn.
That succeeds.
Cool. So I'm not engulfed anymore?
Nope.
Cool. Does that do damage still, or?
Nope.
Okay.
You can move. So you still have 1 action left, but you can't end your turn here.
Ah. We're gonna go here.
Nice work. I didn't think you were gonna punch your way out of news.
I have pause.
Yawn, your turn. Yawn left. Alright, I'm putting Yawn in delay. That means I can try and eat Kirrik real quick. Hey, you're not grabbed anymore.
Oh yeah, that's it. Oh, they're really recovered. Didn't take the damage, and I didn't recover.
This thing is only sickened 1. It is going to spend an action to try and get this holy sickness out of itself. This will be versus Yawn's spellcasting DC. Probably not 28, it's 22, so he is no longer sicking. Belches out all of that demonic bile, and the horrible chorus of gibbering seems to start pleading for help and asking to be saved. Its second action will be to royal over Kirrik. Engulf.
You know, we should get eaten a lot in this.
Oh, crit failure.
I might redo that. I don't know what a crit failure entails, but I don't like it.
0 point turned into success. Let it pass or push you.
Push me. Something satisfaction.
Last action, try and spit in your eye. Yes. Teriani, you're up. Put Teriani in delay with Yawn.
Oh, right. I thought that's further down in initiative.
I mean, you were, but then Yawn didn't go.
Yep,
You're
get
more-
back.
I was like, I'll just head down for a second. It'll be fine.
Just pressing my eyes.
Hello.
Let Trey, I balance his luck. I need to turn his face. Important. Or I guess maybe.
Not a crit. Almost hit double.
Alright, some actions.
Cool. Yawn, do you want to take your turn now?
Oh, sorry, I clicked action. Yawn?
Do you?
Unreal.
Doing
Kirrik,
network shenanigans. So.
Kirrik, it's your turn.
Boy.
Oi, oi, oi.
What am I in right now? I'm in weapon? Yeah. Okay. I will attack.
Someone tries to cut you with a sword, you bite him right back.
Wait.
And then I will drink to my foes to gain. What is that?
I do not recommend drinking in the madness.
That's fine. Switch to body icon.
This
Make
is
him.
this tears begin streaming out of this thing's eyes as it begs to please save us, please help.
Nope.
We're saving you.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yawn. Network shenanigans.
Yeah, I can see it, right? No, I cannot. Alright, we're gonna move here. And then...
Covering fire. Lay down suppression.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw little stars at it. If I find it...
You lose it.
It's goofy because it doesn't let me bring it up again.
Bring what up again?
It doesn't let me do the spiritual armament, change to like bludgeoning or something.
You have to repost the chat box.
Hmm. We'll throw that.
Good time for the music band.
Is it still hanging in there? Okay.
Kirrik might die though. He is taking bleed damage. Pretty sure it's extremely unlikely. I want to give him the chance.
Yeah, give me the chance to die.
Yawn, you have an action left.
I can't do anything productive with it.
Hey, you give up.
I do. I recognize the main character for what he is.
Khali. Kirrik's bleeding.
Assist him and stop him bleeding.
You can, first aid action.
It's trying to roll that off of medicine, and I can't change it.
It, I think, has to roll off medicine.
Anything that requires medicine, I can roll off of crafting.
Well.
That's how I remember that wording working out. It's anything.
Here, let
Anything that requires medicine.
Anything. Requires
What to do? Let me find it. For all medicine checks, yeah. Crafting for all medicine checks.
Well, okay. Administer first aid with a crafting check.
Okay, a little bit quick.
The DC is usually the DC of the effect that causes the bleed.
I just roll straight crafting because it doesn't let me tank it.
Yeah, because I'll have to calculate it for you. That's probably not enough, actually. Let's see. If I'm stalling, it's for content. Nope, 21 succeeds.
Cool. Stop bleeding.
Yeah, please stop bleeding. Alright, we'll in combat then.
I'll put a band-aid on him.
Oh, no, wait, no, that assisted recovery.
Yeah, it doesn't stop it completely.
I want you to. Wait.
Alright, Teriani.
Ah. We're trying to make Kirrik not bleed.
Yeah. He definitely
Yeah,
heals more than the bleed
bleeding.
damage.
48 versus
We got this.
4.
What's 8d8? Because you do it twice, right?
I can't do it. I can't do it twice.
D8 versus 1d4. Wouldn't that mean a minimum roll would counteract the bleed damage?
You know, we're worried about Kirrik dying, but Teriani is also bleeding out.
Oh, is it?
That's-
It's just, yeah, clickety is covering the icon.
Oh.
Oh.
I would have changed my
no.
priorities then.
Hey, you can interact
He's
with me
fine.
to heal yourself for 4010.
He's fine. Kirrik, you're also fine. If you mouse over the condition, there's a roll assisted recovery button up there. Alright, end encounter.
These guys are kind of spooky.
And you take 25 healing.
Oh man. Rachel's gonna be real mad when she hears about this.
What's
What?
that?
So you get the you get yourself patched up, and you've dispatched these cursed creatures, and can turn your attentions to the ruins of the plaza. There are several like lower levels that you have access to non-visually on the map here, as you begin to explore. Lots and lots of bureaucratic sort of civic record keeping that will proc genealogy lore.
Oh no. I had that once.
Yes. So did Lysina. But failing that, nature, occultism, religion, or perception.
Oh, I have some of those. Oh, I may have it, but I'm gonna do that.
At the point, I may as well.
Nice.
It's an improvement.
Anything from our witch?
Buttons.
There,
There.
above Kirik's check.
Oh. That's fine. We're just gonna roll occultism. Since we're not specifically waiting on anything. Right?
Right.
I can use ageless patience.
Are you agelessly patient? I don't know what that
Yeah.
is anymore.
I get twice as long, get +2.
Whoa, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, takes 2 days.
Wait, what?
It's
I thought it'd be 16 hours.
Alright, that's 3 points. Teriani makes you guys stay way late. So I get
Listen,
to,
I'll be wandering around after dark.
I get to roll the hard encounter table for After Dark.
This fucking guy.
Listen, I got the credit success.
For a
I'm
plus
gonna
2.
We have a tent. We can camp here.
That +2 made the difference.
Okay, as you formulate your plan to collect information and records from here about just, anything about the power of the gods that Sakwachi is after. You continue to hear wispy fragments of people talking sort of echo through the halls. It may be, I mean, your immediate thought is to be on guard for more of these, piles of flesh, but it might be that the like torturous existence that they've been living is sort of diffusing into the area. The mad gibbering has sort of leveled into phrases spoken by invisible spirits, and it gives you sort of this is occultism shining through, is that these spirits being released are all offering like discrete personal prayers to like personal deities, and that the relationships that they had to the things that have been referred to as gods are more like personal, like spirits, like phantasms, I guess.
My damn false gods.
Yeah, and as you move along the complex, you hear like the sounds of nature sort of being mingled in with these murmured voices. You hear whispers in Sarkorian that sound more like rustling leaves, or you might begin to hear what might be like a prayer in song that is the sound of like water running over like like a waterfall. And yeah, like there is some sort of powerful bond here between the nature spirits and the people that revered them.
Tortured souls in the temple.
Tortured souls in the temple. You get the sense that they were here because it was what they thought of as their most like. This was their holiest place. This was the place that could offer them, like when they had nowhere else to go, they collected here. And maybe this is something that they did to themselves, or maybe it was the incursion of the world wound that sort of warped their sense of community into a pile of congealed persons. Once you get back to camp, you will have some new information, as well as some new practical equipment you find poking around in here.
Practical equipment.
Love these descriptions here.
Yeah, sorry.
We know it's arcane or primal. And that's because I don't know what it is, and Yawn doesn't know what it is.
Make a compelling argument.
When you know it, nobody here casts this. You can still attempt to decipher.
Can I get a button? These only take 10 minutes, right? And so Ageless Patience is a 20-minute thing?
Sure.
At this point, let's just camp in a temple. Teriani's taking so long.
Yawn, you were not sure what it is, but Teriani and Khali both identify it.
I mean, now.
Khali's like, yeah, I figured that out 10 minutes ago.
Just wanted to be sure. The other one. Oh, you're not sure? Teriani, you have an idea.
Let's say if I failed this one, I'm blaming it on Khali being upset for Teriani taking so long.
Alright, Teriani and Yawn both succeed, so you're able to confirm with each other.
Or we both failed in the same way.
Animal vision.
They've added a lot of good mystification tools to, in case of critical fail, whip up a fake item without the obvious delay. So yeah, keep that in mind now.
They just have like an instant fake item button. That's awesome.
So there you go.
That sounds like a cool spell.
That is an additional.
So nobody can use these, right?
Nobody in this party can now.
Are we dumping them in my bag of goodies?
Might as well.
Okay,
All the way there.
Bag of goodies. Where did that go? I think that would change my inventory.
Bag of goodies.
They disappeared entirely, actually. Where did they go? Oh, there they are.
So you're gonna camp out here instead of coming back to camp?
I mean, we can, or we can take the dangerous way home. I feel like both of those are probably dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know which one would be more dangerous, but I don't think there's a lot of a difference.
Probably staying here overnight would be more dangerous, based on what you've seen moving across.
Then we have our answer.
Alright,
Okay.
Khali, hit the cool button.
It's the same button.
Oh, safe for now. I'm changing it in the background. So you make it back to camp. You are welcome to a long rest again. And it's almost like you continue as you leave. It's almost like you can sort of hear those spirits, like at the edge of your camp, sort of interested in what's going on. It's almost like you've freed a bunch of spirits.
We cursed.
Maybe.
Always cursed. I mean, 3 of us are walking around with what's essentially curse marks.
It's true.
And you remember that you found like a map of the underground tunnels and the cisterns and things.
Mm-hmm.
You're going over it, and sort of piecing things together to the best of your ability, and I think it's going to be like Teriani, who I think walked away.
Classic.
Classic Teriani.
Yeah, he did.
There's it sort of seems like marks have appeared on this this cistern map, and it's almost like it's been like overlaid with some of the places that you have been that shouldn't have existed. Like some of the ruins structures, the way that they're laid out now is seemingly like overlaid on some of the existing ones. It's very clear that to Teriani that some of those spirits have made these marks while you were exploring the Hall of Gods, but there is a very clearly marked well sort of adjacent to Hume's Pool, which is what you're camping nearby. On the map, it was originally drawn as like a reservoir, but now it appears to be this cracked, dry lake bed, and there's like a little image of that chimeric crab creature, sort of entering it along with 4 lesser spirits.
Like chimeric crab creature, we found that was like one of the sacrificed things, right?
Yeah, that was the first spirit that they had ever made contact with, Dizad.
So does this imply they're all in this lake bed? Of some like they in some form, whether it's physical or spiritual power. Or...
Yeah, you can see them entering this like well that has been revealed onto the map, and that whatever is potentially left of these spirits is there. That being said, explicitly, you have found enough content to point you at where the spirits remain.
No, that's what we're basically looking for, right?
Yeah.
We're supposed to figure out how to like channel them? Question mark. I don't know if that's the right term.
Yeah, or like where they are, how to find them, how to interact with them.
Yeah. Reason.
Oh, deleted. Okay, cool.
What was the fun reason?
How do you summon a spirit?
Tell bad jokes on a Ouija board?
Oh no.
Hey, bad jokes or dad jokes?
Both.
Yes.
Ban jokes. So this will add a new location that you can investigate. You have the battlefields, or you have the lakeside well.
Lakeside well.
What do we think?
Contacts with well. Spooky shit.
It's where we think
Spirits
all
are
of
guiding us
the
to.
well, so the spirits in the last place marked on our map and drew illustrations of what seems to be the nature gods, demigods, whatever gods, taking like going to the well.
One of the things that you learned earlier in the library was that there was some powerful demon named Malgamon who was hunting those spirits and was somehow down in the cistern. A underground layer they were never able to find. Guess who's gonna find it?
So do we want to go there, or do we want to continue investigating
We
this
hate
one
this-
place we haven't?
This whole place we hate.
Well, what do we have left besides the well, the arena, whatever?
Yeah, just the
Battlefield,
battlefield.
The battlefield. Yeah.
It never seemed particularly attractive in the first place because how are we going to learn about how magic works? Or how are we going to learn about how this is in a battlefield?
Kirik's definitely more drawn to the place where all of these things seem to have gone, as opposed to just a battlefield. But so I guess if Kirik's the one who feels strongly, we go there then.
Main character syndrome?
I guess. Active character syndrome.
I'm down. Like I'm either or. Like I'm more
Yeah.
interested in the well, but there's a lot to be gained from the battlefield.
Maybe we'll find a cool
I feel like
stick.
there's only violence to be gained from the battlefield, but okay.
I think
Like,
I'm
well,
more
it's the end
interested in
everywhere we
the
go.
A battle. Well, if you plan on going to the well, as you know, you're having your evening conversation about what tomorrow's activities are, Sakawachi gets simultaneously very excited about the possibility of her quest coming to a conclusion, but also very solemn about the fact of her quest coming to a conclusion.
You can adventure as long as you want.
Adventure isn't the same as quest. Doing this to save, and she kind of looks at Enuma, save my people. I think you're here. You think you're here for yourselves, but I don't think fate works that way.
A little bit, a little bit.
If this is where the power of the gods is, then I'm coming with you.
I feel like we should make sure it's safe first, but well, safer. This whole place is not safe.
Yeah, her, Enuma, and Denigi are both like, no, that's not happening. And she says, no, I think this is something that I have to do, and if I'm not strong enough, then none of us really are.
Well, that's oddly egotistical, isn't it?
I mean, I have this mark for a reason, and so do you. And she holds her hand up with the, that, ovoid gatekeeper symbol.
I mean, I have this mark because I wander off.
Well, it seems like we can't stop her, so.
Oh, well, you've got a big sword.
Violence is not
Keep the
this here.
chest sword.
No, it's. I don't think we can stop her without exposing her to the same kind of danger we're trying to protect her from. So you know.
Yeah, I've helped you out of a scrape or two once before. Yeah, I am blessed with magic, and I'll do what I can to help you as well. What's who says no to a little bit of divine guidance, right?
Kirrik.
Yeah, well,
The world says.
The whole group just points to Kirrik.
well then in the
Well,
morning, you guys let's rest and.
This is like one of those, when like you unlock a new zone in an RPG, and, oh cool, I'll go there, and then all of a sudden there's a cinematic, you're like, fuck, wait, no, go back!
No, wait.
Oh crap! You can't go back to
Damn
the
it.
zone.
Now I can't get that missable content. No!
You didn't 100% the game.
My ultimate weapon.
No.
You gotta beat the game in less than 2 hours. 10 hours? What was it in Final Fantasy 9?
I don't remember. I think it was 2 hours.
I think it was 10. But yeah, the in-game item that if you the in-game clock went over 10 hours, it like degraded itself.
Actually, that might have been 2 hours.
Excalibur 2.
Does it degrade?
Does it agree?
Does not degrade. It's Excalibur. It cuts through all stone and metal.
That sounds real.
If I threw all stone metal, then you can just pull it out of the stone by sliding it towards stone.
Alright. It doesn't have its power when it is being pulled out. It's gotta be blessed by the lake goddess, I think? Because before that it's Caliburn?
Caleb Reborn?
No.
No. Right. Well, having a schematic of the city, it is pretty easy to find. I mean, you've seen wells all over town, but you haven't really had strong urge or need to investigate them. But the one marked on your map is pretty easy to find, and it looks to be collapsed at first glance.
Don't worry, I have explosives.
But you see, just sort of like off to the side of the well, there's like a spot where the river, or not the river, the lake would have naturally drained into an underground tunnel, and the sort of muck of the settled silt begins to grow heavy underfoot as it moves out of the exposed elements before you find yourself moving through a tunnel. And before too long, there's a stone bridge over your head, as well as the tunnel continuing on to the west.
Do we need to leave out breadcrumbs? Breadcrumbs? Is this gonna be a labyrinth?
It'll be
Some of
on-
them might eat it.
Oops, I left the Lysina token on.
I mean, I have giant glow sticks. Ew. Star formation.
Sorry.
Protect the Sakawichi.
Yeah.
Somebody do a light spell before.
Grab a light if you want it.
I want a light.
Need a light.
I like glowing. Return the glow cat.
Return of Glowcat.
You can drag the effect on yourself.
I can't.
Does anybody else want light?
We're all gonna glow. We are not hiding from anything.
I feel like colors are starting to wash out.
Okay.
Oh god. At this point, everybody should just glow.
It's very
They got
washed out.
dark vision.
It's very washed out. Psychwatchy goes to cast the spell, and the light sort of is, for whatever reason, brilliantly bright for a moment. You have to shield your eyes, and when you look back, her like mouth is sort of weirdly distended and glowing blue along with her eyes, and she's slightly levitating off the ground. And
Firing the laser?
yeah, and she turns pretty much directly to Kirrik. And Kirrik, you will hear her, or at least a voice coming out of her, but the rest of you do not hear it. Only Kirrik does. It's happening directly to you.
Where's the equality here?
What did she say?
Words.
This is a voice that probably like raises your hackles pretty seriously, and it might be the first time that you've potentially come like directly engaged with something that I think you've sworn off forever. But the voice says, "I am Ruin, one of the 4 who guard this cistern. I feel your spark. I feel your presence. My kin are wary. I am not sure of your worth. If you are here to prove yourself, visit our shrines in these tunnels. Either dispatch us or make sacrifice for our patronage."
Is that either dispatch us, comma, or make sacrifice, comma, for our patronage, or is it kill us or give us power, or give us something so we give you power? Like, is it sacrifice the 2 of them get power and kill them get power, or kill them or get power? I mean, there's only one answer for Kirrik, but I would like to know.
Where do you think? Where do you think that spark comes from?
I don't think it makes much of a difference. Doesn't matter where it came from. All that matters is it's in my hand now.
Elder Dizad does battle with Malgamon in the cistern. If you destroy us, Malgamon will be unleashed.
I feel like this is not a good thing.
If you sacrifice to us and we lend you our power, Malgamon can be destroyed. It is your decision to call upon us as gods or not. Sakawachi sort of like collapses into the muck.
Considering there's 3 of us standing next to her, one of us could have caught her, but okay.
Well, you catch her as she collapses into the muck. And she says, "I felt that power. Here, you can't destroy it. We have to use it. I have to. If you don't want it, I'll take it."
I feel like this is a case of first kill the demon, then let Kirrik kill the gods. You know?
I think that's what they want. I think they're trying to. I think they don't want Kirrik to. I think he doesn't have a choice. They don't want to make him do this, but they want it to be his idea.
I mean, the real qualm for Kirrik is this idea of sacrifice. I'll pick them up as weapons and use them to kill something else.
Right, and
Like the concept of fealty to get it is not in his bag.
we don't have only Malgamon to worry about. There's still the threat of a Soyo. Well, let's see that. Let's see how they want to test us. He said his kin wasn't sure, or its kin. So let me describe the geography here. The tunnel goes off into the darkness for a pretty significant distance. To your left here is sort of a platform. You can't really see it, but Kirrik, once you take a couple of steps forward, you'll be able to see it. Is a ruined wall or retainer here that leads to a higher level that you could scramble up. There's also a traditional staircase right here. And it looks like the tunnel widens out once it gets about 100 feet ahead to a larger area. And if I set up the vision blocking correctly, when you move under the bridge, you're still, like not seeing down the bridge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I did it right.
Whale.
Does it look like a way over here?
Yeah, so there's a stairwell in the corner there that leads to a higher level. And it might prompt initiative here. I keep trying to move, I watch this wrong screen. What we'll do is I'll pause it. Oops, that was right time.
That was a fun noise.
I didn't mean to hit that pause, I meant to hit the regular pause. Which I think is shift space. Once you pass under the bridge, and I look at the exploration activities, let's have Kirrik give me a perception check.
Yeah, button.
Nope.
That's initiative. Perception.
That is definitely not enough to be aware of the lurking creature up on the bridge, which once you pass by lets out a horrifying shrill screech. And I guess we'll roll initiative next time against this thing.
The hell kind of weird ass vulture is that?
From Spider-Man.
The vulture.
I don't think so.
Not chunky enough to be a rock.
That's our cliffhanger ending.
Yep.
This is gonna be a big dungeon crawl.
This is very Final Fantasy music.
Might actually be Final Fantasy music.
It's not. It's open source, available for streaming as long as you credit in chat.
Oh, did you credit in chat already?
I did. Well, in the description.
Ah, did you credit in the description?
I did.
Okay.
Let's make Sakawachi's health bar visible because it's gonna matter a lot.
Dear.
I was like, I have a solution. Let's both kill that guy before he kills anybody important.
Now we
Yeah, I
gotta
got
play protect the
restuck on
NPC.
boats
Yeah,
the other day.
it's an underwater escort mission. Timed.
Good.
All right, have fun. Get ready for your escort missions next game.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.